Hello my friends, I'm Larkin. Welcome back to my channel and especially huge welcome if you're new. In this video, I'm going to be talking a little bit about the journaling pages that I've developed and many of you have been using because I've been getting a lot of questions about exactly how to use the pages. And in this video, we'll just go through quickly step by step how it works. So when you get the pages, you have the option to download them as two 8x11 pages, which maybe is better if you like to write big, or you can download them as one 8x11 landscape page, in which case you fold the page in the middle. Either way, the format is the same. At the top, you have where you're gonna write the date. Next to the date, you'll immediately see a section called Review Last Night's Intentions. All right, so if it's the very first time you're filling out the planner pages, well, you don't have a last night intention to review because you're starting from square one. But you'll see that at the very bottom of the second page, there's an area that says, My Vision for Tomorrow. So the idea with that section is that you write in bed, before you go to bed, your vision for tomorrow. For example, I wake up, I feel fresh and excited, I greet the dog, we go for a blissful walk together, I have amazing, healthy grapefruit and green smoothie, and then I sit at my desk and feel incredibly productive as I move through the work I need to do during the day. So that is an example of a vision for the day, and yours can be as detailed or as broad as you want it to be, but I think getting specific is good. So that's what you write in that Review Last Night's Intention area. So let's go back to the morning, because the morning is the top left-hand corner of the page. So we have the date, we have a reminder to review last night's intention. So the idea is that you would look at that as soon as you wake up. And then there's a place for you to jot down some notes. Maybe you do a yoga practice in the morning, or maybe you have other important rituals that you want to hit in the morning. I've written yoga journal affirmations and meditation for you, but there's a couple other blank spaces because of course you're customizing and personalizing your own ritual. So maybe you also like to go for a run or drink your smoothie or read an uplifting quote. Whatever it is that is part of your self-care ritual to-dos, you would put in the I am uplifted section. For me, doing my ritual activities, yoga, meditation, affirmations, and journaling is so imperative. So I liked having those at the very top of my planner so I can check them off in the morning or whenever I do them throughout the day, but just to make sure that they get done. If you're participating in ritual, if you're an Uplifted member, you know that the ritual classes are each 30 minutes and we do yoga, journaling, and meditation, and there's suggested affirmations as well. So these journaling pages sync up really nicely with doing ritual because if you're doing the ritual classes, you'll have already knocked 3 out of these 4 activities right off the bat. The section below is the affirmations section. Usually I like to work with 3 or 4 affirmations and I just like to write them over and over again. So if my affirmation is money comes freely and easily to me, I would just write that down and then I'd write it down again and then I'd write it down again and then I'd write it down again. I find that writing it down 3 to 4 times really helps ingrain the affirmation in my mind. I don't love saying my affirmations out loud, but I love listening to them and I love writing them. So the whole rest of the first page is just you writing down your 3 or 4 affirmations, each 3 or 4 times. If you're new to this and you don't know what affirmations to start with, Ritual gives you 3 affirmations, sometimes 4, for each chakra. So each class has 3 affirmations that are personal to me that I've picked out to share with you because they're my favorite. So you can see those in the ritual booklet if you're an Uplifted member. So you'll see as we review, this whole left side of the page is all about our morning practice, making sure we do our self-care, reviewing our intention from the night before, And of course, just jotting down any notes from our yoga practice. So things I might write in that section are what class I did. For example, maybe you did my 15-minute beginner morning routine, so you write that down there. And anything you notice, like maybe your hips felt especially tight, or maybe you hit handstand in your practice for the first time or felt really strong in an inversion. Now we're moving on to the right side of the page. The I'm thinking about box is basically just a place to word vomit dump some of your thoughts. We all have like a top 10 thoughts going on in our mind at any single time. Is this product still gonna be on sale? Can I still get that vacation? I need to book those flights. What am I gonna do about my mother? Whatever it is, right? And so those are the kind of thoughts that you just wanna write down in the sections. You can just see what you're thinking about. And then once you write it down, you realize, those thoughts aren't me. And now that they're on the page, I don't have to think about them anymore. And then the next section is really simple. It's just your to-do list, right? What do you need to get done? I need to call the restaurant where we're having my husband's birthday and confirm the reservation. I need to make a vet appointment for my dog. I need to seriously get the last ritual videos edited. There's just a couple things that you have to do each day. The idea is not to write down everything you have to do ever in your life, because that would get overwhelming. You just want to write down the to-dos that you really want to get done today. The next time you'd use the journal is right before you go to bed, either in bed or maybe at a desk or living room before you hop into bed. And that's where you're going to fill out these last few sections. The I'm grateful for section is pretty simple. Before you go to bed, you just want to think of some things you're grateful for. If you prefer to fill this section out earlier in the day, go for it. The next thing you'll do is write your vision for the next day. And if I have something that I know is going to be especially difficult the next day, maybe I have to catch an early flight, or I have a conference call or phone call that I'm a little nervous about, I will intentionally put in how that went and address it head on. So for example, my call with Jamie goes incredibly smoothly. Our communication is clear and open with one another, and we have such a successful agreement. Something like that. So I'm not really evading things or writing like this generic vision for tomorrow every night. I'm really thinking about what are my challenges coming up the next day, and how am I going to manifest and channel my energy to handle those with grace. And then I write it out so it can become a reality. The last two boxes are about reflecting back on your day. So now it's nighttime. How did the day go? If you compare what you wrote as your vision, so flipping back a full page for the day, and how your day actually went, did the two sync up, or did things go completely haywire? Looking at that, you're gonna just give yourself a rating for the day. And this isn't about judging yourself, it's just about noticing. Did I live up to my vision? Did what happened match what was my intention to create? And if your day went great and sort of you feel like you lived out your vision, you'd give yourself an A or an A+. And sometimes you'd notice, you know what? I kind of lost my temper at my mom, or the conversation with Jamie really went in a bad direction. And you'll just be honest and maybe give yourself a B or B minus. Again, this isn't about being hard on yourself. It's just about noticing the quality of your energy. How was your energy actually, and did it line up with what you were trying to manifest or intend? Life goes by so fast. So often we don't notice that the quality of our days are deteriorating until it's too late, until we're depressed and we need help. So again, the idea with the day rating is just to notice quickly, so you have a quick feedback loop on how your day went and did it live up to what you wanted it to be. And then the slot on top of that is just called days in a row. And that just means, how many days in a row have you been doing this work? How many days in a row have you been using the journal and using the planner? How many days in a row have you been doing your yoga or your journaling or whatever you're trying to really do consistently? The idea is that you keep track of your success. How many days have you been on track? So it will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe you'll get up to 50, or maybe it'll just constantly be like 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Hopefully you can see how this uplifted journal is all about getting you into action in terms of self-care, leading an intentional life and reflecting back on your day, cultivating gratitude. It's basically just designed around all the things that I really try to live by and love doing myself in a planner agenda format. Remember, you can download the pages completely for free at brettlarkin.com/journal and choose which size you'd like to have and print it out. You can paste it into notebooks or bind it as a book. And of course, I'm working on getting this published as a beautiful, beautiful spiral bound, lovely notebook for us by the new year. So much love. Don't forget to download your own pages, and from my heart to yours, namaste.